Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa uqdatum min lisani yafqahu qawli. I start with the name of Allah, who is merciful and beneficent. I am starting the new series of lectures on the Islamic etiquettes, which belongs on Islamic etiquettes given by Allah to us through the Islamic teachings of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. May Allah give us tawfiq to follow the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam teaching and follow the right path which Allah has given us in Quran. Today my topic is on the etiquettes of Quran, which is the Quran is a complete book given by Allah to us in form of a book revealed on Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As we know that all things we are related with the Quran. The Quran is having all things. Quran tells us about all things, about wet and dry, and all things which Allah has created us on for us in this world. Quran is Allah's word descending to guide to the mankind. The Quran always guide to mankind, that Allah has given us the teaching. Allah taught us the Quran, mankind from the Quran. Unfortunately, nowadays we are not following the Quran teachings as Allah has given us in the incomplete book. There are no doubt about the book whatever. The knowledge of everything wet and dry is in it. It is the guide in the world and the insister in the hereafter. It is light and dark, and its lesson awaken in the mankind. As Allah says in the Surah Hijr, verse 87, as I translated, and indeed we have given the seven oft repeated and the great Quran. The Quran teaches each and everything, like wet and dry, or it is having all things, light and dark. It can solve our daily life problems. It can solve all things which we are having in our daily life. Quran is a complete book given by Allah to us to follow, but unfortunately nowadays we always says that we are following the Quran, but we are not. We are only following the dunya only, but we always says that we are adopting both deen and dunya, but we are always adopt which dunya is presenting us, but not Quran. We are mixing both of these things. Quran says that we should do hijab from the na-mahram, but we are not. We are doing friendship with the na-mahram boys and girls, but the one na-mahram boy and one na-mahram girl, they are na-mahram to each other. They cannot having a friendship with each other, but we are always says that we are doing we are having only friendship, not more other than that. But these are the limits given by Allah in Quran, but we are not adopting. We are always adopting the dunya, which dunya is presenting to us. But we should adopt the Quran, as Allah says in the Quran that we should have limits with the mahram and na-mahram. We should have limits of all things that Allah has given us in Quran. Like as my dear viewers, we always says that we should adopt Allah's right path. May Allah give us the opportunity and the guidance to go on the right path. Allah always says us in Quran that we should adopt the right path. May Allah have rahmah on the right path followers and the ahzab on the wrong path followers. As Imam Ali alayhi salam said, remember that Quran is such an advertising book which ever deceive us, a statement that never tells a lie and however is close to it. He parts only being increased in guidance and decreased in error. There are many things which are described in the Quran, as Imam Ali alayhi salam said, that it is an advertising book which never deceives, such as a statement never tells a lie however. So we can say that the Quran never tells a lie. Quran gives us a right path. May Allah give us guidance to be on the right path. There are the many things which have to be done in our houses, but unfortunately these things are not done in our houses. We do not read the Quran on the daily basis, but we should read the Quran on the daily basis. As in Surah Muzammil, Allah says that we should read Quran on the daily basis, but Allah says that how much you can read, not you can say that specifically 10 verses or 1 verse. Allah says how much you can read as easily as you can. So you should remember that Allah says repeatedly that you can read how much you can. You can take an example from our dunya life, like when the father calls a son. When he gave one voice, the son did not respond. After that, he gave again a voice, as son, come to me, but he did not respond to him. On the third voice, he will be in angry mood again. So again we come on our point that in Quran Allah says repeatedly that you can read how much you can read easily, but we did not read any verse of Quran in our daily life. But there is too much sawab of the recitation of Quran, as the Holy Quran is too much is having an importance in our life. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says recitation of Holy Quran is the kafara of our bad deeds. It saves us from hellfire. It saves us from Allah's azab. Look at this, my dear viewers, my dear listeners, that we should see on this hadith of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that Holy Quran is the kafara of our bad deeds. That if we are having the bad deeds in our past, or we are doing in bad deeds in our sorry about that. We are doing bad deeds in our present, but we are thinking about the bad deeds in the future. So we should read the Quran. If we are having the bad deeds in our past, Allah can forgive us for that bad deeds, and if we are doing in the present, Allah will forgive us for that bad deeds in our present. And if we are thinking for the bad deeds for in the future, if we are reciting the Quran, Allah removes all of our bad deeds from from our soul, and it will be the kafara of our bad deeds. When we read the Quran, the Allah blesses the lots of rahmah on us. And the Hazrat Ali alayhi salam says, the house in which Quran is recited and remembrance of Allah is done, Allah reveals lots of rahmah on that house, and the house in which less recitation of Quran and resemblance of Allah is done, Allah lessened his rahmah on that house, and angels went away from that house, and shaitans enter it. Like when there is no recitation of Quran, there is everywhere music, everywhere dunyavi things. We have to do this thing, we have to do this thing, we have to do a daily routine life, work, or like we have to go cinema, or we have to go in other parties, and we have to go to our work, we have to pick our children, but we are not having to read a time to read a Quran. It's our basic need, that like a child is having a basic need, his milk, his basic needs should be provided, his health, and it is our basic need to read Quran. We should have time for the recitation of Quran on the daily basis. We should read Quran more than 10 verses. If we are not having the time more for reading more than 10 verses, we should read one verse of Quran. The Allah will reveal 10 times more rahmah on that house for a recitation of Quran. As we know, our brothers and sisters and my listeners, that we are living in the Western world. We always listen to music everywhere, in shopping center, in like we go for dinners, and there are the music everywhere. And we should not to be like that. We have to be concerned about that which music is going on. We should be on our right path. We should start salawat in our heart, salawat bar Muhammad wa ale Muhammad. So we should be on our right path. We should do that when we go in our shopping center. We start the salawat in our heart by like this: Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, or astaghfirullah rabbi wa atubu ilayh. These two things will be the more and more perfectful than listening the songs. If we are listening the songs to intentionally, it will and we know that it will give us guna, that we then we are going to achieve a guna from Allah. If we are not having a knowledge that we are going to get a guna from that listening or singing a song, then we are not to be get in the azab of Allah. But if we know we are doing a bad deed, and Allah will do azab on us. If we do astaghfar and salawat on Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, then we will be having more sawab. And you can notice that when you will do these things, you will stop listening the music immediately, and your mind will be on the that side, on the Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, and you will be intentionally says that it is a good thing, instead of listening the singing or listening music. Sorry about that. But unfortunately, in our daily life, the parents, I pointed out the parents, because parents always says that my child used to see a cartoon, but there is a lot of music, the people adopt the things, children adopt dressing, their way of talking, their way of lifestyle. But we always says to parents that you should say or you should have concern about your children, because they are the amana of Allah. Allah will ask the question about them, about their tarbiyah and about their life, because you are the guider of them. You should give them a right path. You should not allow them to see cartoons, because there are too much music and so on. Yes, you can say them, or allow them to see the Islamic cartoons. Nowadays there are the variety of Islamic cartoons on the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam and Prophethood salamullah alayhi salam. There are the more things on the Islamic hood. But we should say that from the birth we should give them the recitation of Quran, and we should not give them the lesson of the music. We should give them the lesson of Quran. Unfortunately, at the some point we lose our children by these all the things which we are giving to them. But at that point we can't say that you are you are wrong, we are right, because because you have given them in their childhood, now they are giving to you. So we have to bring up them in a right path. May Allah give us tawfiq to raise our children according to the Quranic teachings and Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam says, one time a person came to me and said, "Ya Imam, I know Quran wholeheartedly. Should I read the Quran without seeing the verse?" Imam repeated on, "You should read Quran by seeing the verses," because watching Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam says, like Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam says that he wants to give us lesson that if you are knowing the Quran wholeheartedly, but you should see the Quran and read it properly and again, because when you are reading the Quran wholeheartedly, like orally, by not saying seeing the Quran, not opening the Quran in front of you, you can make a mistake. It is having the sawab it is having the sawab to see on every Quranic verse or every Quranic verse's word. So you should, if you are not you know the Quran wholeheartedly, you hifz the Quran, it's a good thing. But you should read the Quran by seeing to open it and see it, by not doing mistake. If you know each and everything about Arabic, about the translation, so you should read the Quran by seeing it, because if we always do mistake, because we are a human being, we can do mistake. Yes, it is a good thing to have the Quran, but we should read Quran by opening it and seeing it on the Quran. As Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam says, three things will do the shikaya on the judgment day. These are the mosque, Quran and alim. Mosque, which is in our local area, like if you are living in one area and the mosque is in next to your area or in your area, so if it is in our area, we should go for every prayer. We should go for Shab-e Jummah, we go for Jummah prayer. We should go for every mahfil, milad and shahadat and so on. So we should, if we are not going in that mosque or masjid or a center, that mosque will do shikaya to Allah on the judgment day. And the Quran is like always we use the Quran for when we wed our daughter, when we are having problem, we are having problem in our daily life, we are having problems with our health, we are having problems with in our business, we are having problems in our families. We open the Quran for that thing. But we should not, we should do the we should read Quran on the regular basis, as we know that whenever we open the Quran, we read every time when we read the verse, the same verse will give the different meanings. So the alim is the that alim which is in the jahil gathering. Like jahil means uh, the people who do not know anything. They are the things which they do not know anything. They said we are adopting Quran and Ahle Bayt, but they are not respecting them. But they said that that Ahle Bayt are other things and Quran are other things. No, they both are equal things. They are the combination of both things. They are the complete package of one thing. The Allah grant the Ahlul Bayt from the teaching of Quran. As we know that as we know, the youngsters are not interested in going in the mosque, and they are saying that we are not interested, we are not Islamic, we are all things are we should differentiate between Islamic and dunya, and always says that we are not Islamic. We are not Islamic means you have to do each and everything. You know the bad deeds you are doing, but you are saying we are not Islamic. You are praying, you are saying you are not Islamic, but you should you should take care of that. Quran is new for every period. Imam Riza alayhi salam said that once one man asked his father, Imam Musa Kazim alayhi salam, why it is so that the more it is taught and descended, the more Quran freshness increases. He replied, it is because Allah did not descended it for particular time, nation, and all groups. So it is a new in every period, always fresh for every people, and shall remain as such. So, my dear viewers, we know that Quran is for every nation, for it is for or for, you can say that it is fresh, it is completed, it is having each and everything. It is solution of every problem. It can solve our daily life problems, it can solve our family life problem, it can solve our business life problem, it can solve our child's problem, it can solve us it can make us a perfect man as he can. Allah give us Allah says us that you can read Quran as you can, and you should read Quran with translation. Every time we says that we always read Quran in month of Ramadan, or we always says that the Quran is a holy book and put it on the cupboard. No, it is not like that book. If we should open it and read it, so we are it is a right path for everyone, and we are going to we are going on break. So we will continue our next session after this break. Be with us. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.